So now that we've successfully joined the meeting, I just want to talk about some of those quick tools that you need to know to participate in your Zoom meeting. So when we first come up, we'll get this white square that will ask us to join with computer audio. This is essential so you can hear and say things in the meeting and people can interact. But before I click on that, I'm actually going to do a test on my speaker and microphone to make sure that those are working correctly. So if I click on speaker and microphone, I can then run through this wizard. So I can change, so if I'm not hearing anything coming from the speaker, I can change the source so that way it might be, the sound might be going through a better source in your list here. But I can see that Zoom is sending an audio signal, and then I can just make sure that I can hear it. If I can't, you can click no, and there should be some troubleshooting steps that you can follow. In this case, I can hear some audio coming through my headset, so I'm going to click yes, and do the same thing with my speaker. So right now, I've got my headset, and I can see that it's picking up some information there, and then I can just stop and listen to see what that sounds like. So if I wasn't hearing, so if I saw that it was picking something up, but it wasn't playing anything, then I would need to double check some of those sources, make sure that it's correct. And I can change those at this point. But at this point, we are good to go. So I'm going to click yes, click the join with computer audio, and then click the join with computer audio. This will join the computer audio again, so you can hear what's going on in the meeting. So really, best practices is if you're not planning on speaking during the meeting, you should have your microphone turned off. This will make it so in case there's feedback in the background, dog barking, television, anything like that, those won't be distractors in the meeting. So it's always good practice to mute and unmute your microphone when you're ready to use it. You can just do that by highlighting over it and clicking it. And you can see that the icon changes from when it's active to when it's mute. The next thing that you can do is with your camera icon, you can start your video. So I can turn that on, and you can see that it's coming out of my document camera. And notice with Zoom you have these up arrows. These give you access to some additional features regarding those. So for example, with the microphone, this lets me be able to choose the different sources for my microphone and speaker. I can also access that test speaker and microphone wizard again. And I can also open this up to get the audio settings pane for additional things that I can do. And I can do the same thing with my camera. So I can change the source of the video camera. I can choose virtual backgrounds and video filters, and also see additional video settings as well. The next thing that I want to just cover briefly with you, there's a lot of features in here, and we do have additional videos that will cover some of these features in more detail. But for your essential purposes, I want to talk about the participants pane. So the participants pane lists all of the participants in the meeting. So if there's someone that you don't see here, you can still go to the participants because they may not have their video on or their mic on. So you can see a complete list of who all is in the meeting. And also note that you can see whose microphone is off or on. So this is helpful if you're getting feedback. This lets you know who is on, whose microphone is on, but may not be utilizing it. So you could send them a reminder to please mute their mic. We currently are in a gallery view. This is a grid-like view where it takes all the participants and puts them in a grid. So as more people join, these squares are going to get smaller and more people are going to fit in. You can change this to what's called speaker view. So if I come up to this view button here and change it to speaker, then it's going to lay my participants on the top row, and then anyone who is speaking will be highlighted and made big in the main area here. And so you can easily switch back between those different types of views. The last thing that I want to talk about is your meeting information. So if I come here to the green shield, I can see the meeting ID, who the host is. I can also get the invite link, and I can copy it, send it in a chat, or send it in an email, and a couple other information. So you always have the meeting ID pretty handy whenever you need it within the meeting. Once you're done and have fully participated in the meeting, you can come down to the Leave Meeting button. So I'll click Leave and select Leave Meeting. And this will end the Zoom session. So those are some of the basic fundamental features for you to participate in a Zoom meeting. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the ITRC.